After being assigned a handful of special operations, U-137 is now heading into the North Atlantic to conduct a standard patrol. U-137 will be patrolling grid AM4 and AM5, an area just off the coast of the United Kingdom where convoys tend to converge. These should be exceptional hunting grounds. That being said, the Allies are starting to get more competent in their anti-submarine warfare tactics. Air cover is starting to become much more prevalent in the North Atlantic as the months tick on. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back aboard U-137 as we begin a brand new patrol. We have spotted a large convoy right in front of U-137 and we are preparing to attack. We are tasked with moving up and conducting anti-shipping operations. Way up here in grid AM4 and AM5, there's also a lost U-boat which we need to find. We just got a radio message about that. But we have come across a convoy, which I am interested in attacking. Let's go and make sure we are conducting maintenance on the torpedoes. Rig 4 red as well while we are at it, and shoot this radio message off to BDU. Let's take a look at what we are working with here. And just see smoke on the horizon. There's a freighter up to 035 degrees. There's another one way out there, and then a warship. Okay, lots of warships out and about, isn't there? But it does seem to be a rather large convoy as I am picking up big funnels and big masts over the horizon there. Lots of corvettes. Let's check our depth under keel. We're out here pretty far away from land, so I do think we are going to have plenty of room to play around with. Let's check that depth under keel. Over 150 meters below the keel, good enough for me. We are going to maintain tube 2 as we close in on the convoy. If possible, I would like to conduct a surface attack. We'll see if we can try to make that happen. Well, lights have started to illuminate over the convoy. I'm wondering if they've been attacked. Yeah, something's burning over there. Something has just started to burn. There's a warship right there. Are they turning around? Are they on alert? Obviously, there is something on fire. Either they hit a mine or there's another U-boat that has decided to attack at this moment. Looks like that's probably a warship. Searchlight might be on over there. It's really hard to make out what the heck's going on. Okay. Submarine 040 degrees. Ah, there is a U-boat right in the middle there. Okay, let's keep running parallel to the convoy then. Is the U-boat on the surface? There's a tanker. That'd be a pretty good target. Let's see. Can't tell if that ship out there is burning or moving. I wish this corvette would peel off. It's a little close for comfort, that's for sure, as this U-boat is trying to evade. I'm gonna order it. Actually, strike that target. Attack that target. Let's see if they actually start torpedoing stuff. Star shells are way out there. And that warship's coming right at us, isn't it? Really hard to tell what the heck's going on. Regardless, we will move in. This warship here is concerning. We are going to continue to run parallel to the convoy. I'm hoping we can move in and attack through this gap, if possible. The destroyer is rolling depth charges right now on that U-boat. I did order the U-boat to try to evade. We'll see if it's going to be able to do that. I have a feeling they are in for quite a rough time. Let's select them here and take a look. Here's the U-boat. Cannot see any depth charges in the water. They're nice and deep. That destroyer's right on top of them though. They are moving quite quickly. Okay, it doesn't look like the depth charges are too close here, which is good for them. Again, that Corvette is still just running alongside the convoy, which is making my job a little harder. We are overtaking them though, which is good. There's no other warships in that gap. We should be able to maneuver in and cause a whole lot of issues. Depth charges are exploding there. Let's order this U-boat, try to drag them away if at all possible. Interesting to watch this from a distance though. That warship's continuing to roll depth charges, dropping quite a large pattern. The time has come. We are starting to maneuver into the convoy. Let's begin maintaining all these torpedoes once again. Make sure they are ready to go. Tubes 1 and 2 for the time being. We are trying to slice through this gap in the escort screen. And I was looking, yeah, this clump of ships right here seems to be pretty good targets. I mean, there's lots of targets to pick from here, which is good. U-boat has been detected. Okay, it's way back here. This U-boat has survived. Or this may be a different U-boat? Because this one's ordered to attack. I think this is a different U-boat, which is fascinating. Okay. They're attacking from the rear. Not ideal. But sure, cause some problems. Engage that ship. Why not? Why not? There is a warship right in front of us, apparently. Which one is that? It's this little Corvette. We're going to try to maneuver behind this Corvette and in between this one here. Cut in. And let's lock on to this target. Right here. It's a freighter. Mast, funnel, mast, mast. Civilian vessel. Let's go to UK. And freighter. Empire Tower, recognize it as such. 3,290 tons. Doesn't look to be zigzagging or anything. Rudder 0 here. Rudder amidships. It's unlocked from the target. And center our reticle. We will try to get the target speed here as we close in. Well, the seas are quite rough, so we're having some trouble establishing target speed. We are going to come to a stop and get the speed of the convoy real fast. Let's check on our warship friend. Yeah. Yep, that's her. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do this once we are at a stop. Still moving at 3 knots. And there she is. Okay, get ready to time the target and start. Okay, bring up the recognition manual here. The target length is 112 meters. See how long it takes to time her. We probably will not be firing at this target as the angle on bow already exceeds 90 degrees. They are not going as fast as I would have guessed, which is kind of surprising. Get ready to stop this. And stop. 35. So 6.4 knots. That sounds good. 6.4 knots. All ahead flank. Let's get moving. We need to make sure all torpedoes, again, are maintained. Let's get another officer in here working on that real fast before we close in. Back up to flank speed. You get onto the TDC. And we are probably going to go for some of these targets right here, like this big one. We just got to maneuver past that warship, which I think we will be able to do. Let's go over to the TDC and start setting this all up. Range 2 kilometers, 6.4 knots already plugged in. Wow, look at that. Let's set the torpedo speed to 40 knots. reset everything. 6.4. And the convoy's angle on bow right now is generally around 80 degrees to port. Firing bow torpedo tubes, of course. Let's go to the fire control boxes. Bearing transmitter is the Ouzo. Receiver bow, switch to tube 1. We will fire that off first. Launch lever is the bridge. Quickly, I do want to check what I have loaded. T2 torpedoes. All 3 are T2 torpedoes. Okay, that's good to know. In that case, we need to reset this. 30 knots. The top speed for those G7E torpedoes, 6.4 knots. Yep, set. I believe that's what I got, 6.4. Indeed, sure is. Okay, perfect. All right, now that we have that set up, let's continue to race in on the surface. There's that warship, 2 stacker. This other U-boat, taking a sweet time. Okay, we lost contact on it. I'm not sure what they're up to. Not attacking the convoy, though. Things are about to get pretty darn chaotic here. And this fellow has binoculars we want. Rittenbach, who is on the Ouzo. Alright, lock on this target. Locked. What kind of freighter is this? Let's try to identify it. C3, no, it's mast, funnel, mast. I think that's actually, could be her right here. Freighter 03. 7,000 tonner, recognize her as such. Let's get the range to targets at the moment. Waves are washing over. Set. 4 kilometers. We may have been spotted. You see us? Oh yeah, they sure do. Alright, let's get ready. Let's fire these torpedoes off. Now we are going to switch and maybe we should just fire a salvo. 80 degrees to port, set. Fire control boxes, tubes 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Bridge, salvo. Receiver bow. Flood tubes 2. Flood tube 1. Depth 3.5 meters. Get ready to shoot here. What's our spread angle? How bad is it? That's what I want to know. Okay, target length 100 meters. There we go. 100 meters, spread 2.9. That works for me. Yeah. All right, Los, send it. Okay, 2 eels are away. 2 eels are away. They're shooting star shells over our position. Move in towards this target. You. Good looking freighter. She is zigzagging quite aggressively. Speed 30 knots, angle on bow 90, 6.4 knots. Reduce this down to 5.8. Range to target. 1 kilometer. Set. Alright, switch over to no salvo. Firing tube number 3. Launch lever bridge. Blood tube 3. Draft 2 meters. Once this ship turns back in, we will engage. Okay, let's take a look at this. Yeah, the convoy is going absolutely crazy. This destroyer, over 1 kilometer away at this point. Banging away on active, apparently. Alright, torpedoes covered half its distance. I don't even see the torpedoes. There are the torpedoes on the map. We'll see if we actually manage to get anything. I'm not incredibly confident, considering the convoy started to zigzag around. This why I ended up going with a spread. Kind of compensate. Alright, center this. Alright, she's turning back. Kinda wish I had a G7A torpedo loaded and ready to go. Turning. All right. Los.
20 Sekunden.
Okay, 20 seconds till impact on the freighter. We just fired at that other freighter. Obviously, that 20 seconds to impact, that's simply false. Those torpedoes have a long, long way to go. This torpedo does not look like it is firing at a good angle. Yeah, they're going to say it's a miss. It's not a miss yet. Okay, it's time to emergency dive. Time to emergency dive, crash dive. Now, please. Why did this torpedo go off to the right? Something's going on here. 6.5. Is it actually tracking on the Uzo? Curious. I definitely screwed something up there. Receiver bow, Uzo. Interesting. I'm not sure why, but that one's definitely a miss. We are diving down. These torpedoes do look good and may slam into Freighter 3. This torpedo going off to the right. That is weird. Oh well. Obviously, I messed something up. Ah. Peculiar. Okay. Well, we're dropping down now. Down to 100 meters, please. Time to swing around. Torpedoes continuing to run hot, straight, and normal towards the target. We hit the enemy. A torpedo hit the enemy. That's what I'm talking about. This torpedo is running right alongside it. That's the freighter we were going for. Didn't even see it on the map. Had no idea it was about to hit. Okay, it looks like, I don't know, serious damage. We'll see if she ends up going down. One torpedo managed to strike its target. It looks like the other one's missed. That's why I did indeed fire a spread. Let's reduce our speed. Drop down. And now we gotta run nice and easy as we get pinged here. Let's rig for blue. Reduce the stress on the crew. Get on the command station. No need to be on the periscope. Things are gonna get a little hairy. Those 3 torpedoes shot off. Only one single hit at this point, although these other torpedoes are just racing into the convoy. It is possible we may strike something else, which would be great. Not intended, but I'll take it. This warship is continuing to close in on U-137. Depth charges are being dropped right on top of us. Let's increase speed, right full rudder, turn around. Turn around, get out of here. I wonder if that ship's actually going down. Don't think we've gotten credit. No, we have not gotten credit for sinking her. Depth charges are well above U-137. Not that close. Which is very good. Warship's above us, though. Which is not great. Crew's starting to get a little stressed out as the enemy continues their attack. Going to continue to try to break contact. I do want to keep tabs on that crippled freighter. It is possible she will go down eventually due to flooding. Sinking Rex. Okay, that could be her. Or it could be something else another U-boat has torpedoed. Go hit the enemy. I don't see a confirmation that we actually managed to sink her. I'm still curious as to why that torpedo raced off in a completely opposite direction. It was almost as if I had the angle on bow set to 70 degrees to starboard instead of port. Oh well, that's okay. Probably wouldn't have hit that target anyway because they were zigzagging quite aggressively. These enemy ship propellers are continuing to harass us and be a problem. We just gotta think, ship spotted. Okay, well, that's curious. Not too concerned about that, but we are breaking contact. Thankfully, the enemy depth charges have not really gotten close to us. I have not even really had to adjust our depth even. We were just sprinting away a little bit. Let's reduce our speed and go back down to a crawl. There we go. Hopefully we can just continue to maneuver on out of here. And I do think this sinking wreck is the ship that we torpedoed. I think it's just listing and hanging out up here. We do need to come back and finish it off. Let's mark that position while I'm thinking about it. They're somewhere over there. We will certainly return once we have broken contact with these enemy warships. I'm starting to think that these enemy destroyers may be blasting a completely different U-boat. I think that's exactly what they're doing. As depth charges have not landed near us at all. They're continuing to roll depth charges. We hear that gunfire, them launching star shells and flares up on the surface, but none of it has been near us besides that initial pass. It is completely possible that they initially did detect us and then found another U-boat and are now concentrated on that U-boat while we just lurk away. Well, if that's the case, I'm okay with it. We are going to stay low, continue operating down here. None of the depth charges have gotten remotely close to us, no damage. And we are at 115 meters here. Obviously, the hull is having a real pleasant time down here, as we can hear. That being said, I think we're okay. I think we're gonna escape this one. I've ordered U-137 back up to periscope depth, and we are going to take a look here. Periscope should come up. There we go. Quick scan. Hydrophone doesn't report any contacts immediately near us. They just said a freighter? 315. Okay. I think I saw some smoke way out there. Again, want to do a quick scan, make sure no warships are bearing down on us immediately. And if the coast is clear, we will surface. The coast is clearly not clear. There's a frigate. Very close. Okay, maybe the warships were actually hunting us. They just were not very accurate at all.
Zerstörer
125, okay. Alright, looks like those few warships over there. And yeah, look at that. That's our freighter. There's a U-boat right over here. What are you doing? He's just operating way down there. Looks like he's trying to steal my kill. Let's see. Is he attacking? Let's see if he'll actually come up and engage. These other warships are heading away. This may be a completely separate group. Also, what's this? This is just a... This is another crippled ship. I wonder if this is the one we torpedoed? Is she moving? No, not at all. There's a handful of ships that have just been disabled. Okay, very cool. Let's mark that position as well, because I certainly want to finish that target off here soon. Is this U-boat coming up to PD? No, it's just operating nice and deep. Well, I don't want to utilize a torpedo. I'm going to let these ships maneuver off, and we will finish off this freighter before going over and finishing off this other one. It is very possible that one of our torpedoes, when we shot that salvo, managed to strike another target. I would not be surprised if that was the case. I'm not going to shoot these off just yet, this close to these warships. All right, let's wait about an hour or so. I'm going to have this other U-boat just turn around and get out of here. This is my kill. I did all the work, kinda. The coast is clear. We are going to surface the boat and scuttle this ship right in front of us. Surface. Normal lighting. And make sure silent running is disabled. Also, I would like you to come up here and begin reloading these torpedoes, please. Start loading those torpedoes into their tubes. And there we go. Hello, hello, freighter. Looks like she was hit in the bow. Lifeboats are surrounding her. Let's send, target's too far to send a party aboard. Let's continue to close in here then. There we go. Let's interact. Send a team over to the freighter. I would like one of you with the skill that will scuttle the enemy vessel, and it looks like everyone with that skill is tired, so we are going to have to do it the good old-fashioned way and use the anti-aircraft gun. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of my men are exhausted after a long depth charge attack. I mean, it's now 8:51 in the morning. All right, Wolfgang's going to get on the anti-aircraft gun. We'll fire a handful of rounds. Hopefully plug some holes into this ship. Hopefully it doesn't take too many. Move a little bit closer, get the job done. Continue to close in. Oh, there we go. That's all it took. She just plunged down. All right, see you later. All right, good to know. That did not take a whole lot at all. Okay, Wolfgang, get back onto the bridge. We are going to go investigate this ship over here. All ahead standard, please. And also, let's get our radio operator on station and shoot these messages off to BDU. That ship just dropped like a rock after getting, 10 holes plugged into it. Interesting, that's all it took. Okay, we're gonna shoot these off. And you know what? That attack resulting in 2 ships destroyed, not half bad. Not half bad at all. We are approaching the second disabled freighter. This one definitely took a torpedo hit as well. Let's try to send a crew over. If at all possible. Can't interact just yet. Nothing? I'll stop. Guess we can't send anyone over? Well, in that case, alright, man the anti-aircraft gun. We'll do it that way. I'm surprised there's no option to interact with this particular vessel. It certainly was hit. You can see a mast was blown off there. Wonder, is the ship abandoned? Possible. All right. Open fire. I think I already feel like this ship is listing after getting hit a little bit. It looks like crew is still on the ship, despite the fact that it is disabled. Continue to engage. Handful more rounds, and I think probably sinking. I'll fire a few more magazines just to expedite this process. Come on. Probably hold off at this point. Does look like her decks are now awash. Crew is abandoning ship. You can tell by the little icon in the bottom left-hand corner. And continuing to slip beneath the waves. Let's fire a few more rounds. Again, want to make this process go a little quicker here. Well, folks, there you have it. That was another exciting U-boat episode. That convoy attack clearly did not go to plan with us being detected early, but hey, 2 ships destroyed in that engagement, not too shabby. Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.